top. Oh my God, look at the size of that thing. Oh my God. Whoa. Freaking Montana rainbow. 25-inch rainbow. And that's 3 of them today. You know, rolling up to Holter, it's a completely different vista as you come over this hill. Mountains, like you're in Montana. Big, beautiful mountains around, patches of pine, mule deer. I mean, it's just a beautiful spot. Got a call, a couple different people told us that Holter was going off. The bite was happening. We had, you know, the trout and the walleye were starting to eat here, so we're just gonna go to just a standard rig here. We're gonna throw Taz's on and mag lips and just see what starts hitting fish and go from there. Look at this fish. We just got here to Holter, never been here before. Start trolling around looking, and one of my favorite lures, the Taz. We just put them on, put them out, and just, you know, about 30 minutes into our day, boom. Yep. Rainbow trout. We go right to running Tasmanian Devil lures. These specific Taz's, for me, have become one of my go-tos for rainbow trout. I don't know what it is about them. They absolutely love them. They're like rainbow trout candy. Sure enough, here we go. We're getting bit right away. Got some big rainbows out there. So good. Yeah. Oh, we got a pound of weed on.
Yeah, that helps the girth.
That's a nice fish, though.
Yeah, beautiful.
Look at that.
68 thing. Oh, he's probably 18. Beautiful rainbows, man. They are just beautiful.
18-inch rainbow. I mean, look at that. What a fish. Wow, we just figured out kind of getting into this spot here. Just keep working around, and trying to figure out where these fish are at. We just kind of came to the big flat in this bay here, just adjacent to the river channel. And man, we found them. Dude, look at that. That's like 2 fish in a freaking, what, 2 minutes? Dude, that's freaking crazy. Dude, the brown trout's on fire. It doesn't feel as big as the last one. All these rainbows are so fat, so healthy. They all fight really good. Oh my God, look at the size of that thing. Oh, good reach, dude. Oh, it can't. Oh my God.
That's fat. Oh my God, that's fat.
Look at the size of that fish.
That is such a perfect.
Oh my God. Look at the size of that thing. That thing is freaking huge. That thing had girth, man. That was a big fish. Not bad for just stopping on the freeway on the way home.
Yeah.
Welcome to Montana. right as it came up that ledge, we were out in like 15, came right up to 8. Boom! Fish just hammered it. Get one, baby! Oh! Really nice rainbow. Look at that. How's that for a double on Taz's? This came out with.
Oh, no, it's just, oh, did it?
Look at that. Boom.
Rainbow and a brown.
Look at that. Rainbow and a rainbow. Rainbow on the brown. Look at that. Oh, that fish. That one came out too. Perfect. Yeah. How's that, huh? Welcome to Holter Lake, Montana. Double on Taz's. Giant rainbows. Look how pretty they are. Beautiful fish.
Now it's doing what it's supposed to, huh?
Boom! Yeah, there we go.
That's a nice change of pace.
That was a nice change of pace after struggling at Fort Peck.
That was just that. That's one of those feelings. As soon as you hook that fish, I just was like, I'm gonna hook one too. It's crazy.
You knew it.
Yeah.
Massive rainbow trout.
Oh, dude, look at that thing on the top. Holy shit. He hit that thing and all you could see was his back just sharking out of the water. Team Dog Millie's all excited, huh? You're in the game. Oh my God, look at the size of that thing. 24. Look at that. 24-inch bow. Are you kidding me right now?
That's a fat fish. 24. See, that's a 6-pound fish. 5 pound, 6-pound fish. Beautiful.
Absolutely insane how these little Tasmanian Devil lures just absolutely punish rainbows everywhere we go. Montana, Nevada, Cascade Lake, Idaho. It's just, they always work, it seems like. It's amazing how many of these fish are hitting it and hitting it and hitting it and not getting connected. Maybe it's because they're little, I don't know. This one,
Well, you told me that was a big fish.
this is a donkey. Oh!
It's so much fun catching fish. It's just nice to get some hits and then have some fun. This has been good this afternoon.
Oh, that's a nice fish. Which brings us to our next technique, deep water. Marking a bunch of fish deep in this river channel. We figure we're gonna just put on some bigger plugs and, you know, go down deep. Throw the mag lips on, get down in their face. On the turn.
Nice.
nuts. Apparently the deep water pattern's gonna work too. Oh my God, look at the size of that rainbow. Oh my goodness.
That's like that.
Oh my God.
Look at the size. That's just
My
beautiful.
God, look at the size of that thing. 23. Look at the size of that fatty. 23-inch freaking Montana rainbow. 23-inch. And that's 3 of them today. Ready? Oh my God, he's got something hard in his belly. He's got a big old bait fish in his belly. See it, buddy? Might be a crawdad. I was releasing that thing. He's got a big old knob on his belly. This fishery is nuts. Louie and I had been talking about coming to fish here because of their famous big rainbow fishery. We just hadn't made it happen, and we heard it was going off. Man, I am so glad we pulled the plug this morning, drove like 6.5, 7 hours, got here. We've already caught more fish in 4 hours. Nuts. You know, figuring out a new lake, you just never know. Never seen this body of water before. So yesterday, the Tazes, as usual, rainbow trout killers. We just smashed them on the Tazes. So we're gonna put on a couple different rigs. You're gonna see us rifling through things. We're gonna check some different area we didn't look at yesterday. We're gonna go through the gates of the mountains, Lewis and Clark style. So this entire trip, we've been talking about Lewis and Clark. The famous explorers, 1806 I think was the date. They came out here and they forged their way from St. Louis, Missouri all the way out to the ocean, and this is the way they came. The gates of the mountains. If you know Lewis and Clark and if you know this area, gates of the mountains. It's such an iconic, historic location, and as you're coming up to here, you can see you're going up the river and the gates open. The mountains open and close as you go around each bend. And it's just a cool spot. You get that feeling of exploration and
what those guys could have been thinking of back in the 1800s that were coming out here for the first time, and to get a little bit of glimpse, just a little glimpse into the history that is surrounding this entire area of the Missouri River.
A lot of history in this area, Lewis and Clark, the whole deal. And yeah, whatever, let's go fishing. Oh, there's a fish. It's like a rainbow.
It's fighting like a rainbow.
Well, that didn't take long. What is it? A brown. Yeah. Look at that. Hammered it. Look at that. Nice little brown trout.
So refreshing to just start catching some big rainbow trout, catching fish again after so many days, and just getting our butts kicked at Fort Peck. Just feels good, puts a smile on my face. We love catching fish.
Walleye seem to like weird colors, like they like the spots. You know, they like these purples, you know, stuff like that. Get out of the way. Perfect. Yeah, nice. Okay.
In the middle.
So we right in the middle of this channel. Just came off a little structure change there. The river dropped. Looked like there's a bunch of boulders and boom, perch color. That's the key. Found this really nice looking walleye spot. Big shelf, drops off into deep. Look at that rainbow fish. Boom, beautiful, big old hog. Holy Holter. So we're just getting at the head of it, but you can see it's pretty big. Well, look at that. Trying to jig for walleye for a minute and end up with a nice little perch. Big walleye down here to be eating these perch plugs, no problem.
Lure that we've been throwing are Brotan, and this is what it's supposed to simulate. You can see how close they are.
We caught a lot of fish today. We caught a brown trout, we caught a rainbow trout, we caught a perch, and we caught a walleye. And we just couldn't really put together the walleye pattern, but you know what we do put together? Rainbows. You know, let's go back to rainbow fishing.
Got the bottom track on, running the Cannon, running a 8 to 10 foot lure, keeping it 10 feet off the bottom with the bottom track. Yeah, the size of that bow. God. Boy, look at the size of that bow. I think these things are keyed into eating big old perch. Look at that. What a fish, huh? Come here, buddy. $23. Look at that. Just a pig of a rainbow. 23 inches. Eating perch down there. There it is. Got him. Got him that time. Had to give him a little, his Mr. Death Drop. These fish here have been hitting it, coming with it. Like they swim up behind it and you feel them tick, tick, tick. And sometimes if you just pull your line up a little and drop it back like they stunned it, they eat it. Or if you just let it sit there and ride, they'll come back and get it at some point. I talked Louie into going into a fire tiger pattern to give myself the advantage for a little bit. It appears that he's changing back to a brown trout.
Shouldn't have fell for that one in the first place. Should have known better.
Yeah, as soon as we get out here to like 6, 7, 8 feet. Oh yeah, he's not big. Just a little 16-incher. We ran into this situation here at Holter where there's just a ton of sago growing, and the mats are thick, but that's also where the fish are. So instead of getting frustrated that we're getting mossed up a lot, we're figuring out how to fish through it. But basically we get it started and just watch your rod real close. You can see it moving. And as soon as it gets grass, reel it in real quick, clean it off, throw it right back out there, get it working again. And it's almost like you're casting the lures back and forth because you're not getting a lot of time in the water trolling, but it's the only way it's working, and it's working really well. So sometimes you got to not be lazy and just work those things in and out all the time. You can see what we're doing here. I'm running about 2.5 miles an hour, about 2.3 at the big motor. And I got a little tiny bit of lead just to get it down in the spin fish. It's got some meat in it. Got some scent in there. I'm gonna check it. Yeah, still got something. We're working into the spot. The trout are all starting to pop. They're in about 6 feet of water. The weeds are kind of up from the bottom, so you don't have a lot of room for mistake. If it drops too low, it's got weeds. If it comes up, there's just weeds everywhere, so you gotta keep it. So I put like just a 1/4 ounce weight on, and a 2.0 spin fish with a little bit of meat in it for scent. And man, they're just hammering this thing. Look at the size of that thing. Oh my God. Look at the size of that rainbow. 2-inch spin fish. Just opens up like this. Put a little bit of meat inside there, and you got your scent, your chambers that just water just comes through it, disperses the scent out the back. Put tuna, put bait fish, worms, anything in there. Put a little cotton ball, got the scent, and the fish get right up behind it and just inhale this thing. That's a big fish, kids. Spin fish. Oh, look at the size of that one. Meat eaters. Big rainbows are meat eaters. Look at that. Look at that fish. That's a steelhead right there.
Yeah, that's
Oh my God. Look at the size of that. Woo. Oh, wow. Right in the corner of the lip too. 25 plus, like right there. 25 on the nose. Wow. Look at that. 25-inch rainbow. I mean, that thing's a steelhead on the spin fish. Look at that. The fish are so big in here. A 25-inch rainbow. Couldn't ask for really a better way to end a trip here in Montana. You know, we went all the way up to Fort Peck, 7 hours back here to Holter Reservoir. We caught a lot of different species, a lot of different fish, met a lot of great people, and I mean, to see this right here and smash it, one of the biggest rainbows I've ever caught in my life. Yep, it's okay to go home now.